Yeah, essentially, we're still going to get that Peyton Hendershot energy in our room, and that's what we need sometimes.
As far as this offense, pretty obvious you guys haven't gotten going to the point you want to. What's the vibe and what's the mindset?
Yeah, definitely haven't seen the numbers we've obviously wanted, but at the same time, we know we're a good offense. We know we can put points on the board, and I think it starts this week with everything we're doing. Meeting extra maybe, or getting on the field after practice, running certain routes extra, working a little bit more on red zone. Just getting as an offense and clicking a little bit more. So when we do get in that red zone opportunity, we're making points and we're scoring.
It's talked about all the time, but obviously there's a lot of criticism all over the place for Dak Prescott. You're in this building. What do you see from him this week?
There's always going to be criticism. Just kind of being here for the last 2 years, you're always going to see some sort of, no matter what it is. And I think I texted him after the game, and I'm like, I'm with you till the wheels fall off. And, it's just kind of he's being in that leadership role, and it's kind of my job to, follow him and run through a brick wall if he tells me to. So it's that kind of mindset going into this, and it's like, hey, I got your back. You know it too. And I'm just going to do my best to keep getting open and keep getting work done, keep getting yards.
We always talk about how incredible of a leader he is, but he's obviously human. He's got a rebound from something like that. What's your vantage point of what that rebound looks like?
I think it's not getting too high, not getting too low. Keeping that neutral mindset into this whole week where, hey, we know what we need to work on, we know what we need to do, but not being overloaded, not kind of driving yourself into the ground. And I think him as a leader, he does a great job of making sure everybody's on their P's and Q's without kind of being overloaded and kind of doing too much. And I think that's perfect. When after today, for example, there's just some things that routes on air where I was like, hey, doesn't quite feel like. He's like, perfect, let's just get it after practice. So we ran a couple of them, and then we talked for about an extra 10 minutes on just what it's like. And visual learner or auditory or whatever it is, I'm kind of both, but it just helps when you got that guy getting in your ear, showing you, running you through it a little bit more extra. So when it does get to game day or live reps, it's lights out.
I mean, at your position, you're going to directly run into Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa on Monday. How would you break down each of their games and the challenge of blocking and facing them?
Yeah, I mean, there's a challenge every week. So I approach it the same way I approach every week. Do my film study, do my extra meetings with Coach Wells, study the guys I'm going against. But this is the NFL. There's going to be great guys I'm going against every week.
With that extra work you're talking about that you're doing with Dak, are you seeing more of that across the board after a game like this?
I think a little bit more, but more in the sense of on the stuff that we need to hit. Hey, this should be and can be automatic against any sort of defense. And I think that's going through that sort of stuff and just being like, hey, we can, pick the low-hanging fruit when we need to, get some yards after the catch and stuff like that. That's what we're really focusing on.
As far as, every time there's been a game over at SoFi that the Cowboys have been in, this huge Dallas fan turnout. How much are you guys looking forward to that?
SoFi's a pretty cool stadium to play in, and it is always a little nicer when you see a little bit more Navy out there.